Welcome to my channel. Please enjoy the video.
Now, Mr. Bill Cosby claims that R.Kelly got railroaded in these sex crimes in his trial. Cosby's rep predicts a successful appeal for Mr. Robert Kelly. Now, Bill, I'm gonna need you to go ahead, baby, and have several seats, okay, William? So, as it was reported, R. Kelly was found guilty Monday on 9 federal counts, including racketeering, sex crimes, kidnapping, obstruction of justice, and human trafficking. While Kelly's looking at 10 years to life when he gets sentenced in May. So Wyatt told people that he doesn't think that this disgraced singer will actually be sentenced because an appeals court will overturn the conviction. He says that he's confident Kelly will walk free one day, just like Cosby. But see, y'all, there's a very big difference between these two cases. And I wanted to bring this video to let you guys know this, okay? Due to my research. I don't clout chase. I look up things, I research, and, I give my opinion, and I try to come to a conclusion, in my own way. See, guys, Bill Cosby's release from prison wasn't about his guilt or his innocence. It happened because of the DA screwed him on a deal that he made to avoid prosecution. So as far as we know, Kelly didn't have any such deal going on. And Donnelly asked R. Kelly, "Robert, would you like to testify?" And he said, "No, ma'am." And she said, "Do you understand that, you don't want to testify?" He said, "Yes, ma'am." Okay? He said that he was advised by his defense lawyers to not take the stand. But he told Gayle King he was fighting for his life. If you're fighting for your life and you know you're innocent, he should have taken the stand. But however, that speaks volumes right there, okay? He didn't hold himself down in defense. And anyway, he had none. That's why he didn't take the stand. He would have done another Gayle King move, okay? Now they're trying to say that Cosby rep said that Gloria believes that racism played a key factor in Kelly's conviction. I am not buying that. In most cases, we are discriminated against, but Black people seemingly want to play the race card when it's convenient for them when they know they've done something wrong, and it's not right. And that's just my opinion in this case, however. See, guys, please understand, Bill Cosby was released on a technicality. In R. Kelly's case, they gave no room for a technicality, in my opinion, because Bill Cosby should still be in prison. So if you guys can catch on, because I've been looking at the Mann Act. Some of these rappers, singers, male actresses, and most of these NBA players should be facing time since it's illegal to fly any woman, young or old, and have her perform prostitution. And remember, we talked about birds of the same feather flock together. He should be the last one to come out and speak after the disgraceful things that was publicly made in this trial that Bill Cosby had, and all the things he did to those young ladies, drugged them, and even bragged about doing it. Sex offenders of a feather stick together. He's been out 5 minutes and is already showing the F out. I was about to say, I'm trying to get it right with the higher power these days. That's what he should have been saying. Get yourself together, William. Don't worry about Robert. He's paying for what he's done. And in my opinion, guys, this man has total lack of remorse for all of his horrible actions that he's done. Because see, guys, R. Kelly's conviction is like a silver of a long overdue justice for his predatory behavior that allegedly dates back nearly 30 years. And you guys heard him throw it in our faces and says that they should have done this shit 30 years ago. And he bragged about that. So for his fellow convicted sex offender celebrity buddy, William Bill Cosby, however, the decision is a consequence of Kelly getting railroaded during the trial, is what Bill said. Who is asking Bill Cosby for his opinion on anything, let alone sexually assaulted convictions himself? Okay. Because see, In July, Cosby, who was accused of sexual assault by more than 50 women, was released from prison based on what was essentially a technicality. The court ruled that a non-persecution agreement between Cosby and a previous district attorney should have prevented him from being charged. Once again, Kelly made no argument on his own behalf, okay? So when a defendant does not take the stand, they are letting the jury know that they're guilty. Remember that, guys. That's my opinion. If you know you're innocent, you would have taken that stand. No matter what, you would have told your truth. There was none. So they're trying to say that because of the Lifetime Surviving R. Kelly film, which details years worth of sexual abuse allegations against the singer, that no one fought hard for him. Kelly didn't fight hard for himself. And what do you mean nobody fought hard for him? They're making it seem like R. Kelly was sitting in there without any legal representation. He had lawyers. And if they were able to prove that these charges and all of these allegations and actual evidence was false against him, they would have done so. And remember, guys, they had the nerve to compare him to Martin Luther King Jr., okay? Because he made I Believe I Can Fly. I told y'all he was going to be saying, I believe I'm a fry. In my cell, that's where I'ma die. I think about it every night and day. They locked me in my cell and ran away. Now my booty is so sore. These guys pin me down on the floor. Anyway, y'all. See, William, you're not doing an all-around tour like Robert is. But you didn't know, Bill, before you spoke too soon. Like I told y'all, before R. Kelly even tries to appeal that first conviction, he has several more charges to go elsewhere. Okay? Because, guys, the evidence that they have is proof beyond a reasonable doubt. So you guys know, obviously, this is a very huge setback for Mr. Kelly, and it changes the entire landscape for him when he's moving forward with the rest of these trials that he has to tour, okay? So he needs to come up with something quick. And once again, those charges are for child pornography and obstruction of justice, and it is just as perilous. Now, remember I said that. Now, someone was stating that Mr. Kelly's determination on these racketeering charges before the charges were before he was found guilty, was trying to say that R. Kelly's case, if he was going to be found guilty or not guilty in this racketeering trial, would determine what he was going to be sentenced in Chicago and in Minnesota. However, I disagree because those are two different jurisdictions. Some of those charges are state charges and most of them are federal charges. However, it will not determine. It determines what evidence the prosecution decides to present in the federal indictment in these charges that he have in Chicago. And from what I'm hearing, guys, they have evidence, okay? Once again, it is so high in the red that it is beyond a reasonable doubt, honey. This one is just as deep as this racketeering case, from what I've researched. Because, see, it seems that Daryl McDavid and Milton June Brown turned on R. Kelly. They've complained about being at the mercy of Mr. Kelly's problems, honey, and they insisted they wanted to go to trial and testify against him now in these child pornography charges and obstruction of justice. Could y'all believe that? Baby, they trying to get R. Kelly on death row. Could y'all believe it? Daryl McDavid and Milton June Brown turned on R. Kelly and threw him under the bus. And this was just recently, guys. They said, no, we're going to take this deal. Come on and bring him back to Chi-Town. And we want to go to trial. We're going to testify. Okay? They were at the mercy. This is what they're saying. No. Remember, I told y'all, guilty by association. And then there are those aggravated criminal sexual abuse charges in Cook County. Those are additional criminal cases in Minnesota as well. Okay, so it all amounts to a daunting amount of legal trouble for the man who rose from Hyde Park's Kenwood Academy to once being considered the most important R&B singer and songwriter of his whole generation. So the source stated that they would not be surprised if once the dust settles, if R. Kelly's team starts talking to prosecutors in Chicago and elsewhere regarding a potential resolution whereby he would admit to all the conduct and that would be considered by the judge in one location. So Mariotti stated this. However, I'm not buying that, okay? These charges are going to play out as it goes. They brought the indictment. They're going to show the evidence like they did in his racketeering case. And he will be charged, rightfully so. Now, Robert, we're going to think, we think that you need to come up with something, baby. You need to write a poem or something to get on the stand and write a poem. Not sing. Don't sing, Robert, because, you know, the jury is not going to take you serious. But I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. He needs to write a poem because he can't talk. He gets angry really quick. And that's narcissistic type of activities, okay? So I'm serious, y'all. I feel in my heart that Robert needs to write a poem and just say the poem from the depths of his heart about his innocence. Okay? He needs to just tell the jury how he's innocent in a poem. Because, you know, Robert likes music. He likes to sing. He likes poems and things like that. So he should express himself in a poem. That way he'll be relaxed. He won't get angry or be upset. And that's just my opinion, because he got to come up with something. Do not go through all three of your trials, Kelly, when you announced to the world on Gayle King. When Gayle King interviewed you, you said you were fighting for your life. Now you took this blow and accepted these federal charges in NY. Now you're coming back home to Chi-Town, honey. And we're going to need you to get it together, Robert. We're going to need you to take the stand, and we're going to need you to speak your truth, because you said that you're fighting for your life and you didn't do anything, and you don't need to hog tie people. You don't even know how to hog tie people. And you got a big heart. You're guilty from having a big heart. Get on the stand and tell them that, Robert. Speak your truth, Robert. To all you R. Kelly supporters, write him. He has these months until May. Write him and encourage him to get on the stand and speak his truth. We want to hear from you, Robert. We want to hear how innocent you are. Speak your truth, Robert Sylvester Kelly. Until the next video, guys. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell.